Dr. Zakir Naik failed to answer question. Hello friends and family, welcome to the Holy Scripture Christ is Lord. This is another reaction video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let us watch and have some fun. This video is only for educational purposes. Hope you learned something from it.
Now we have a clear evidence that Quran sent from Allah. If you don't believe me, well, you don't believe me. But you better do. I will tell you why. Because, Christian Prince, first of all, let me talk and I will explain to them. What you will do, I'm just training them, just wait, I'm preparing for you. Don't waste my time. I'm Dr. Zakir Naik and I'm sexy and you know it. Okay, Zakir, go ahead. Sorry, man. I thought I'm helping or something. All right. Christian Prince, first of all, you know I can do better job than you. You can do a better job than me? Oh, okay. I'm not going to question what does that mean. But we are listening. Go ahead.
I thank you for the word that a purpose of life which is given today, and you have given the surahs and the ayat from the Quran. Surah 1788 says, if all mankind and the jinn would come together to produce the like of this Quran, they could not produce it. But History of Al-Tabari, Volume 6, page 107, Ibn Shahat, Kitab Al-Tabqat, Al-Kabir, Volume 1, parts 1 and 2, pages 236 and 239, Ibn Ishaq, Sirat Rasulullah, page number 165, 167, says that Muhammad was inspired by the Satan and spoken on behalf of three goddesses, Allahat, Al-Uzza, and Mannat, saying that their intercession is hoped for. After some time, later upon receiving further revelation from angel Gabriel, that those verses were not from Allah, but inspired by Satan. My question is, this incident has several implications. The challenges of the Quran to bring the surah like it in Surah 1788 was actually met by those satanic words in Muhammad's own time, right? Which in turn leads to the conclusion that the rest of the Quran, is this from Allah either?
Brother, what's your name?
I'm Danny, I'm a student. I'm studying on the book.
Brother Danny has asked a very good question.
Yes, sir.
That he
Brother Hitler, take a note. This is very good question. This is a very good question. But later you will see he gets angry from him, from a very good question. Okay, give us a very good answer.
quoted Surah Isra, chapter 17, verse number 88, that says that if all the men and jinns got together to produce the like of the Quran, they will not be able to do it. That's also repeated in Surah Tur, chapter number 52, verse number 34, just to help you out. And I'll give you more references. But he said, quoting Tabari and etc., that this verse of the Quran was from Satan. Maybe you read it wrong. It was an allegation that people said these words of the Quran are from Satan, and immediately the revelation came of Surah Waqia, chapter 56, verse number 77-80, saying that this book is well preserved, who none shall touch except those who are pure. A book well guarded by the Lord of the worlds. This verse came to say that no one be able to touch the Quran in Lohe Mahfuz, in tablet well preserved, except the Mutahareen, that is the pure angels, indicating that the Satans can come close nowhere to the Quran. So this was the allegation laid by the mushriks of Makkah on the Prophet that this is a Satan handiwork. In reply to this, there are various verses. Quran says in Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 82, Quran says, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبُّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا.
Hey, brothers and sisters, I'm going to prove to you that my book, Deception of Allah, is given to me from Allah. What is the proof? My book. My book say this is from Allah. I mean, you know, by the way, I'm going to open my Skype. So if there is any Muslim want to prove to me that my book is not sent from Allah, please feel free. I would love to talk to you. You know, have you ever heard of somebody giving a proof and then he give the proof from his book, that this book from Allah, and then because he is supposedly smart, he said this is the allegation of the kuffar. Potato. No, potato. I mean, when you lie, try to, I mean, learn how to lie. Like, come on. This is not allegation from the kuffar. This is what you Muslims said. Let me open the allegation from the kuffar. It's allegation from who? Are you sure? Yes, brother, yes. This is the kuffar, brother. The kuffar, they said that. There is no way the Muslim, they will say this is a book inspired from Satan. Let us see. Again, my Skype is open. If there's any Muhammadan would like to join us, please feel free. This is the book of At-Tabari, and this is the interpretation of the chapter of Al-Hajj, verse number 52. Now, we have it in front of us in Arabic, but no problem. Don't worry. Prophet Google, peace be upon him, he will do immediate translation using the magic of Allah, which is nobody can do, save Google. In this verse, speaking about Muhammad receiving satanic verses, and all of us, we knew an author a long time ago, maybe before many of you was born, he wrote a book. It's called the Satanic Verses. And the Satanic Verses is not really a big deal book. But the Muslims, as usual, they hate you if you read for them what is written in their book. If you read, and I will give you the link for this website here, this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and you will see that the one is making such an allegation that Muhammad received satanic verses is the Muslims, and the one who is reporting it is the Muslims. If we read here, you will see it says from all those are Muslim, they are the companion of Muhammad. They are the companion of Muhammad. Those are not kuffar. And I will use Google Translation soon, you know, just to go through for those who speak Arabic. And you will see the story reported by many companions of Muhammad, who they are Muslims. In fact, it says here that when the immigrant, the Muslim who immigrated to the land of Ethiopia, that all the people of Mecca, they became Muslims. Why? What made them think they are become Muslims? What made them? Because Muhammad, he bowed down to the gods, the three gods, or the three goddess, Allat, Al-Uzza, and Manat. And then when they find out what happened, they left Islam. And we see here, حدثنا ابن حميد, حدثنا سنة سلمة, حدثنا ابن إسحاق, عن. All of those are Muslims. So do you see how this potato, Zakura Naik, lie? No dignity whatsoever. You will see the names of those who they are reporting, and nowhere it says that disbelievers, they said. None of those names are disbelievers. Those are the companion of Muhammad. Do you see them? This is why it says it from the authority. Do you see that, the word authority? Do you see the word authority? When a Muslim, he say from the authority, that means those people, they have authority as Muslims. They are not only just Muslims, they have authority. So the Muhammadan, like Zakir Naik, when they lie, their lie is bigger than, I cannot say bigger than Muhammad's private part because that is so small. It took him, you know, I mean, he married 13 women, yet he could not make any women she have a baby. And he claimed that he used to imagine himself having sex, but in fact he did not. So obviously he have none. It was just imaginary. But as you see, Satan he throw Quran in the words of Muhammad. And then Muhammad, he recite, and even the people of Quraysh, they agreed that Muhammad, he never spoke good about our gods as today. They like it, they love it. Not only that, all of them, they bow down, all of them together. They bow down, and Muhammad, he bowed down with them. You ask yourself, what is the religion was making Muslims and pagans both agree to bow down to that God? You know what I mean? And then you will see here it says, then the messenger of Allah said, listen carefully, I fabricated against God, and I said about God what he did not say. Who said that? Muhammad himself. Do you see how easy to get those potatoes busted? I fabricated, Muhammad saying, I fabricated, I made Quran, Allah did not give me. And read the verse before, it says, when he reaches two words, said that Satan threw at him, he said, I did not bring you this too. Then the messenger of Allah said, I fabricated against God, and I said about God what he did not say. Then you need to ask yourself, as long the Muslims, and this is At-Tabari and Zakir Naik got busted with his lies, agree that Muhammad he fabricated. And now Muhammad, because he got busted, people they started questioning what he is doing. If nobody question, whatever Muhammad he said will keep going, nobody will notice. But now because he got busted, he admitted that he fabricated. And then this coward, Zakir Naik, saying, this was the accusation of the non-believers. And then Muhammad actually in the prayer, he did ask for the intercession of the three goddesses, the three women's. And this is why there is a person, his name is Al-Walid. If you go here up, Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira, he raised dust on his forehead and prostrated on it. And he was an old man who was unable to prostrate. And here you notice that the pagan Arab and the Muhammadan, they pray the same way. Do you notice? Muhammad praying the same as the pagan Arab. This is how they pray. The translation in front of you is not really too much accurate. It says in Arabic, and those people who they bow down with Muhammad, who they are not Muslims, they were totally pleased by what he said. And they said, we know that Allah, He give life and death, and He is the one who create and He provide. But these gods of ours intercede for us with Him. And that's what Muhammad did. They were asking him, you see, Muhammad, he did not declaim shaitan, he did it on purpose. They were asking Muhammad to pray to their goddess, telling him, well, we believe in Allah, so Allah is a pagan god from the beginning. But not Allah alone. The three goddess, the female goddess, those are the goddess who intercede for us with Him. And because now you made a portion for them, we are with you. Do you see it? So this was delivered statement made by Muhammad to make those people pray with him and bow down with him and make them think that Muhammad is a prophet, but he believed in the three goddesses. Muhammad, because he's a fraud, he never thought that this will be a big story between all the Arab. Muhammad now worshipping the three daughters of Allah. And now Muhammad, he want to clean his ass from the garbage he did. So then he said that, oh, this is shaitan, he throw it in my mouth. However, that will not save him still. Because how you say to me, Allah, He preserved the Quran, and we just heard Zakir Naik saying, nobody can get close to the Quran. I mean, shaitan is making Quran, and even your prophet did not even notice that this is not Quran. You see, if no one can make Quran like the Quran of Allah, who is the one is going to, if I make Quran right now, who is the best to examine the Quran I'm going to make? If there is a best better than Muhammad, the Muslim, they will say no. Okay, here we go. Muhammad received satanic verses. If you say to me that Allah later He took it off, that is even more horrible. First of all, what is the proof that the verse that Allah He take off whatever shaitan He throw in Muhammad's mouth is it from Allah? As long as shaitan He can give Muhammad once, that means He can give him always. Do you understand, guys, what I'm saying? If shaitan he can make Quran and give it to Muhammad, and as you see, this is not the disbeliever saying that. If you remember when I talked to Mimi Hijab, the coward son of Mut'a, he hung up on me. He said, this is not, this is a weak hadith. This is not, doesn't say Ibn Kathir, As you see, this is not weak. There's many reporters. And the Quran confirm it. And then the coward hang up on me. Shaitan he threw. Look how many times it's repeated in the same page. If I now search Satan throw, how many times I will see Muslims saying that in the same page 7 times. Read with me. This is number 1. And this is Allah confirming. This is a verse from the Quran. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5. This is number 6. This is number 7. None of them reported by non-Muslims. In fact, it is Jibreel even saying that. Jibreel, he came to Muhammad and he said, you said something I did not give to you from Allah. And then he said to him, then Allah will remove what Satan throw in the tongue of his prophet. So it's already confirmed even by them and their Jibreel. And this is the link in Arabic. You can, open it with Google browser. All right? Because if you want to use Google translation, you have to use Google browser, as you know. So do you see how they lie? And when this gentleman who is speaking to Zakir Naik, he wanted to make a comment that you are lying, Zakir Naik, he shouted at him. He says, this is not a time for debate. You ask your question, brother, let me answer you. So it's confirmed from their books, and we can open any other interpretation. Even the Quran translation saying that clearly, that Allah will abolish whatever shaitan he throw into the mouth of Muhammad. If there is nothing there, if there is no corruption, Allah will abolish what? Are you with me? There is no need to abolish something that is not there. If there is no corruption, there is no need to do cleaning. If there's no dirt, there's no need to wash the dishes. Are you with me?
Before I stop.
And this is exactly what happened. A person with a standard IQ, he will not contradict himself. But Muhammad is a person who have no IQ at all. And when this person, he wanna make a comment about what Zakir Naik said, Zakir Naik starts shouting at him.
Besides this, please let me reply, brother. Yeah. Besides this, what you mentioned, Allah gives the challenge that if you say it's from Satan, in Surah Tur, chapter 52, verse number 34, and Surah Isra, chapter 17, verse 18, that if all the men and the jinns got together, they would not be able to produce a like of the Quran.
Let us stop here. If the men and the jinn, they met together, they cannot produce a chapter? In the Quran, there's a chapter, it's called the chapter of the genie. Who is talking there, the genie? So how you say to us, if the genie and the human being, they met together, they cannot, brother. Listen to me carefully. They cannot, brother, make Quran like it. Okay? Well, open for me any chapter. You will see the ant making Quran, the genie making Quran, Isa making Quran, Maryam making Quran, Zachariah making Quran, even the bird, the hub, the chicken making Quran. Let us see together. Oh boy. Read with me carefully. And we have appointed for every prophet enemies. It turned to be, I mean, Allah, he challenged genie, but they are working for him. How you appoint them, how you appoint shaitan to be the enemy of the prophet, and you are supposedly in the side of the prophet against shaitan. Shaitan, they work for Allah, as you say. He is the one who appoint them. He say, hey, Shaitan, you go after Muhammad, okay? You go after Isa. And you go after Musa's. What is this? And then, shayateen from among the devils, from the mankind and the jinn. There's shayateen, they are mankind. Another dumb story. Because shaitan is a genie. There's no shaitan from mankind. And read carefully here what it says. Inspiring one another with adorned speech. Allah calling the speech of shaitan a beautiful speech. Very nice, decorated, eloquent language. Who doing that? Satan's. This adorned speech as delusion. But by the way, it doesn't say delusion there. It says they are proud. Let us change the translator, just to show you how Quran changed. The man who is translating the Quran. This was Hilali Khan, right? Yeah, Hilali Khan. Let us see to another idiot. Big Tar. Read carefully. The devil of humankind and jinn inspire one another, plausible discord through guile. I know those words are weird for me. I don't know what those weird really in English mean too much, so I cannot make a comment about how accurate it is. What the plausible mean? I'm not sure. Does it mean very eloquent? It should come as an eloquent. Something so beautiful. Let us use Google translation. Meaning.
Plausible.
Plausible. Okay. Of an argument statement. Reasonable or parable. Okay. A person skilled in production. Oh, so you see, it's a skilled argument. Allah is praising the genius of the skilled argument, the language they use. Let us use different translator. Another idiot. Devils among the human and the jinn who inspire each other with the flashy words. The Quran are proud about a flashy Quran. The Quran saying that shaitan have a flashy words. Do you see it? Isn't it the whole point is to say nobody can make this Quran because this Quran is a flashy Quran? Are you with me? And then we find that Allah himself saying that shaitan he have, and those shayateen, they make a flashy books to deceive people. So if we read this carefully, the one who make a flashy language is shaitan. Do we agree? Isn't this what the verse is saying? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? If the one who make a flashy language to fool people is shaitan, so if the Quran is a flashy language, that means it's from Quran, from shaitan. This is alone is a clear contradiction, because on one hand you say, can you make a flashy Quran like my flashy Quran? And then you say to me that the genie, they are making a flashy Quran to deceive people. We did not even open the Quran yet. This book is full of poo-poo. If you read the verse before it, Zakir Naik, he says, the Quran said, if this is the book from Allah, you will find contradiction. Look, he said in the Quran, even if we had sent down the angels to them, and the dead had spoken to them, and we had gathered before them all things manifestly, they would still not believe. But later they convert to Islam. And look what it says, unless Allah wished. So it was the wish of Allah to believe or not. This. So guys, listen carefully, brother. Even if we send them the angel, and I will name for you an American angel like Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, she went to the wedding of the king of Jordan's son. He is a scumbag and she is a scumbag, and they are in the bed together. Not literally, for sure she is. I mean, she's scary. You know, thank God I didn't hear her voice. There's some people, their voice is so irritating for me. Obama and Nancy Pelosi. And who is the other one? Who is the other one? Hold on. There's a one person, I forgot his name. No, really, Dawa. This is you know, this guy is just taking too much hormone of females. Allah will fix him. I mean, we did not even read the book yet. We are just going through. No, don't mention Cortez. You know, Cortez is different level. This woman, she is coming from the Maristan, which is the hospital for the crazy. All those Democrats are crazy. By the way, Allah, do you know what is a woman? I don't know if you can make a verse to add to the Quran, because Democrat until now they do not know what is a woman. I'm serious. In the year 2023, they do not know what is a woman. What is a woman? Let me guess. Somebody wear a skirt? Yes, you are getting close. Hey, Dawa, are you? What's wrong with your voice? So the Quran is a book which nobody can make like it. And listen carefully, brother. If we send them angel down, okay, try it. Send the angel down. If we make the dead speak to them, well, try it. Make the dead speak to them. And if we gather before them all things manifestly, they would still not believe. Later, all of them, they believe. Later, all those people who Allah is saying they will not believe, they believed. All of them, they converted to Islam. Nancy Pelosi, she asked Ragib Alama to sing Hussein. You know, the funny is that this king of Jordan is a bankrupt. I mean, this guy, he can't even afford to pay for their hotel. His country is bankrupt. His budget is bankrupt. I want to know, all those royal dog club, they went there for what reason? Nobody knows. You tell me. I think they just meet together so they can make business deals. Corrupt people. The dogs club. They call themselves royals. Anyway, we go back to the topic. So how Allah saying, even if we do this and we do this and we do this, they will not believe. And later they converted to Islam, all of them. You just made a promise saying, listen, because it says, unless Allah wish. So, but Allah said, at the end it says, but most of them are ignorant. Most. So he cannot do any miracle. And the verse after it, if you notice, if you need to connect the two verses, you will see that those people who they are don't want to believe are appointed by Allah. Do you see the connection between them? Are you following with me? Who is the one who appointed, and who is appointed? By who? Read me carefully. The first group which don't want to believe. Do you see it? This verse. Number 111. Appointed by Allah. Against who? Against his prophet. So how they are ignorant and how they are bad, and how they will not convert unless Allah wished, and how they are appointed by Allah to be the enemy of Muhammad. So who is the bad? Are you following with me? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? How they are the enemy of Allah and the enemy of Muhammad, and they are ignorant, and Shaitan, he deceived them, and later he say that I appointed them.
Okay guys. Like, share, and comment below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. See you soon.